All right. Hello, Dick, and hello, Dickheads. This is the Facebook group news, and with me today is Madcucks.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, bud? Madcucks, thank you for taking the time out of your Easter Sunday to sit down with me and discuss what the hell is going on between you and the lovely young men and women of the Dick Show Facebook group.
Oh yeah, no problem. I just sat down for my morning bowl of soup, and I'm hoping I can see my girlfriend banged before the Christ is risen.
When you first joined the Jackass Discord, you immediately noticed Stove and referred to his presence as gross, and a gentleman's argument ensued thereafter. Would you care to elaborate on your opinion of Stove, if you wouldn't mind?
Stove's been a frequent caller to Here's What I Don't Get, almost too frequent of a caller, because we had to institute a rule where we would only play one voicemail a week from him because he'd leave us like 6 to 8 of them. And then there were a lot of complaints, people saying, hey, will you please stop playing Stove's voicemails? They take up half the show. And he has it in his mind. He's got this real Machiavellian idea that he's someday going to be a host of Here's What I Don't Get. And he created a Discord for that Larry show, but he created it and then 10 minutes later pretty much banned everybody that was in it. So we created our own Larry Discord to compete with him, and then there was a lot of confusion, and Larry decided he didn't want to use Discord anymore.
I was going to mention that you brought up a Larry Discord fiasco. So Stove ruined Discord for Larry.
Yes, that's all Stove's fault.
How many people were in this Larry Discord that Stove ruined?
Well, nobody was in Stove's Larry Discord because as soon as they joined and said anything, he would ban them or block them. And then, so I created my own Larry Discord, a libertarian Larry Discord, if you will, and there were, 30 to 50 people in there.
That's a pretty good number of people for a Discord. Why was Stove banning people? Were they just talking shit to him, or was he just having a good time? What was the deal?
The power went to his head almost immediately.
Well, the only reason he's on Discord and Instagram is because he's banned from Facebook. So we will get him back in a couple days. You won't have to worry anymore. All right, according to Dickheads from Facebook, you've had deep-seated issues with them for a lot longer than just this week. Now, I'm not a huge advocate for website allegiance, but in this community, it definitely exists. So can you attest to the validity of that sentiment that you've long resented the Facebook group?
Oh, yeah, I fucking hate Facebook. I've always hated Facebook. First off, because, one, Facebook is the organization, corporate-wise, is pure evil.
Yeah, definitely.
There's been hundreds of things that have shown studies where Facebook has messed with the algorithms to fuck with your mind. They're filtering things based on their own ideas of what's right and wrong. It's just a shit tier website in general, and it should be deleted.
And all of us are willingly giving over degenerate information with our real names on it, which isn't a great idea, but it's a private group, so I guess that's what we care about.
Oh, well, even someone like me that doesn't have a Facebook has a bunch of data about me because they create shadow profiles so that if I ever decide to join Facebook, they can start to suggest friends to me. It's like a credit. Facebook is like a credit reporting agency where they're just gathering data and not letting you know about it.
Yeah, and it's a good thing we're forking over data about drugs and all the degenerate shit that we bring up. So I didn't know that about the shadow profile. That's actually pretty scary.
Yeah. So that's why I hate the big Facebook. The reason why I hate the Just the Dick Show Facebook group is because shortly after I created the first Madcucks video, and then I was on Reddit as my username Madcucks, and I was I'd comment on posts. Dick is a bad man. # Dick lies. This is why he's got to be banned from UCB. Dick's a rape apologist. Everybody got that it was a joke, right?
Yeah.
So I created a Facebook page. And to create a Facebook page, you had to create a Facebook username. They wouldn't let me put Madcucks in there, so I put in Madoff Cuckstein. And talked to Dustin. He said, hey, this is me, Madcucks, from the YouTube video. And he said, oh, yeah, great. I'll let you into the Facebook group. So I joined the Facebook group and started the same jokes. Oh, Dick is a bad man. Immediately banned and blocked from that account. So I don't even have access to the Madcucks Facebook page anymore. And people will post things there, and I'll get email. I still get emails from Facebook because they want you to know how much they're fucking you, but they're not going to actually let you rectify anything. So that's why I hate the Facebook group. they couldn't take a joke for more than 35 seconds before they banned and zucked my account. So thanks a lot, Facebook group. You really nailed it.
That's a huge goss bomb for me because we've been dealing with people getting reported, zucked, and it's a big issue we're trying to weed out, and the mods have done a great job recently, but do you have any idea who might have done that to you? Because it's unacceptable to ban people and to report posts and stuff like that. It's fucked up, and we're trying to tackle that issue, but who did that? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. It was a year and a half ago. It could have been anybody. But so it wasn't just that I was kicked from that group. It was that they reported my account as being a fake account. So then, Facebook wants you to upload a photo of your driver's license. Like, oh yeah, that's real great secure data to put in there.
I'll go to bat for the group, but I am with you on that. That's bullshit. People getting reported. Honestly, cowards do that. Pussies do that. Report Facebook accounts, especially for the fake name stuff. It pisses me off a lot. So I'm actually on your side for this one. But recently, some issues popped up with you and Maxwell the Silver Hammer. If I saw this correctly, you blocked him and you guys were doing a little bit of arguing. Would you care to talk about what happened there?
Oh, yeah. Maxwell is a 19-year-old dipshit teenager, and I don't want to have to fucking listen to his child tier shit posting every time I post a Here's What I Don't Get post. So, yeah, I blocked him. Fuck you, Kimball. Why don't you fucking man up and instead of whining to all your little bitch friends in the Facebook group, try and act like a fucking adult and maybe – I don't even know, dude. You're throwing such a big fucking temper tantrum because someone who's one step above nobody won't pay attention to you. Fuck you, dude. And fuck all the fucking people, Chelsea. Chelsea's the big one in the Facebook group because I've seen the post who's real pissed. And she's pissed because I banned her from the chats on my YouTube streams because the first fucking time she joined one, she just spammed the words Adam Nash over and over again like it was some real fucking clever joke. It's not a fucking clever joke, Chelsea. You're annoying.
This might be controversial, what I'm going to say, but I've had Chelsea blocked, Adam Nash blocked. I've had all of them blocked for a long time. And once you do that, I think the content of that group really improves and it becomes entertaining. But, yeah, I'm still with you on this one, too. So, Kimball, what is it? Kimball just wants attention from you, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I guess. Every time I post a Here's What I Don't Get post, episode, 70 came out this week. And I don't even know how many times in a row he posts comments. Oh, no Chaco, I'm not going to listen. Like fucking one, Joel Chaco's retired from podcasting. He's not going to be on the show anymore. He closed his show. He's off doing, real world shit with his family and whatnot.
What the hell?
You are not a Chaco fan. You're not a Here's What I Don't Get fan because clearly you would know that. Like you just shit posting to get attention. And it's like that meme where I was only pretending that I was retarded after you get caught. It's like, man, I fucking deal with stupid dipshit 19-year-olds, 20-year-old fucking douchebags every day. And I'm not going to fucking do it online because somebody made one video and got mentioned on the show one time.
I think what Kimball's doing, I mean, this is just from my understanding of Kimball. He's probably just trying to put out some bait and get a reaction. But, I mean, he, to his credit, he is a great troll. I'm sure internet trolling something he's grown up on and been very good at. But I have a feeling that he's just kind of throwing some bait out, and maybe it's working. I don't know. But yeah, you have an issue with Kimball. That's
I just have an issue with weakness and low tier shit posting. If you were to post something different each time, but it's the same stupid joke, like oh ho ho ho, that was real funny the 40th time. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
That's my opinion on the Adam Nash posting too. It's kind of just it stops becoming shit posting and it becomes spam after a certain amount of time.
Exactly.
All right, so this should be the last question I have about the Facebook group. With my interaction with dickheads on Discord and Reddit, they tend to talk down about the Facebook group members, even though it's a very high energy group. Do you think that has something to do with the Adam Nash, Chelsea stuff, and all these like people that are just begging for attention, or do you think they have an issue with the group as a whole? Like, what is the deal? Why do they resent this group so much?
I think because the Facebook group, and no offense to Dustin, I like Dustin a lot. He's a great guy. But the Facebook group shoved themselves into the show. They, for some reason, decided that they got their own segment early on when none of the other fan discussion gatherings had felt any need to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
I reference you back to bonus episode 8 where 3 Facebook group members made probably the worst episode of the Dick Show ever, including a moment where we thought somebody had killed themselves live on the air.
Yeah, when I first started listening to the Dick Show, I had that same kind of sentiment a little bit, and I think what happened was Dustin, and he was the last interview I did. He was awesome, really nice guy, but I just think he picked the wrong people, and he wasn't focusing on the right stuff, and he picked some like kind of weird, not interesting people who think they're interesting, and yeah, that was kind of a recipe for disaster. But that's a great answer. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, thank you.
Pivoting back to Kimball, I asked some of the dickheads on Facebook to come up with questions. There was not many questions, but a couple. There was only a couple out of like 40 comments. By blocking Kimball, are you doing this in character as Madcucks or Maddox?
No, I'm just doing this as somebody who doesn't want to deal with Kimball's Spurg autism shit posting constantly.
Okay, and do you think in the future, if you started blocking people or like maybe overreacting to stuff, do you think that you saying you're in character is a valid excuse or a valid reason to do that? Because that is the evolution of the Maddox character, after all, in real life.
Well, when I retire the Madcucks character, I'm going to go through and block every single account on Twitter.
But as a defense, if you were ever to do that, like now or in the future, if you got pissed off at somebody, do you think that's a valid defense? Just saying, I'm Madcucks, I can block anybody I want?
No, I think there's a Madcucks is transcended. It's not just a Maddox parody. It's also, you can't be in character all the time for a year and a half now. Over that. So yeah, I block people on Twitter all the time. I block annoying spam accounts that post the ads. I'm up to the point where they can no longer target ads at me. So I get some really weird Twitter ads. I block people like Kimball who become annoying. It's one thing, and a lot of people have said that like I can't handle being made fun of, and it's not that, because people make fun of me all the time. The issue I have is when it's so weak and it's just the same insult over and over again. Oh, Madcucks is fat and dumb. Oh, wow. Wow. I've literally never heard that as an insult before. Maybe next time you can take my first name and turn it into a girl's name, because nobody's ever done that either.
Well, I heard that criticism too, and I disagree with it a little bit, just because you put yourself out there to a huge audience, and you got this big Patreon. You've handled yourself well, so I don't think that's really that big of an issue of you spurging out or whatever, not being able to take criticism. You've probably taken a ton of shit over the last year and a half, I'm sure.
Not just from the dickheads either. I mean, I've got fucking files of people sending me shit about my own family as in a threatening manners to say, "Oh, hey, Madcucks, here's a picture of some member of your family, or I hope this person in your family's doing okay." It's like, wow, so what is this supposed to be? A chilling effect? The dickheads are fucking nothing compared to the outside hate that I've gotten.
The outside hate, what is it? Is Jesse? It's got to be nobody has that much time unless you're unemployed, like the gentleman at Madcast Media, and they sit around all day trying to harass people. So do you think it's one of those guys?
Oh, it's all Sadcast trolls, yes.
I mean, people say Sadcast trolls, but I mean, it's really only 3 people. I mean, they don't have any fans or anything like that do that kind of stuff, do they?
No, they don't. But I mean, they're all just sad. I think Wesley PS is literally awful, has like 12 fans, and it's mostly those 12 fans.
I got a comment that got like 35 likes. I'm really proud of it. I said that his entire fan base can fit in a Google Hangout.
That is true.
How do you think that these guys get your personal information? Because, I mean, were you transparent with it from the get-go, or do you think hanging out with Dick, it just came out, or what do you think happened?
Well, I mean, before this, I have lived my life as someone who doesn't talks to as few people as I possibly can. So, when I did have online accounts, I wasn't particularly secure in making sure that I didn't use my real name or talk about where I live and stuff. And then there are tons of accounts online that they're basically corporations that search through publicly available documents and build dossiers on you. So, a person like me, there's actually 2 dossiers, because there's a dossier under my legal name and there's a dossier under the name that I use all the time. And then it puts it on their website that's indexed and searchable. And so you search a name and an area, and boom, now if you pay, you can get a lot more information. But even just off that page, you can see some good details. And if you want to find some information about somebody, if they're just a normal everyday person, it's there on the internet.
All you
We
need
live in
is
a
a real name.
post-privacy society. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a fear and a bit of an apprehension I have going forward. Is that I don't have to deal with these assholes. But hey, we'll see. So I asked this to everyone that I have on. For any of your differences that you have with people, would you be willing to fight someone in a sanctioned or unsanctioned fight to settle your differences?
Absolutely. Come fight me. People know where I live. Come fight me.
I love it. Dustin.
I've challenged several people. I said, hey, yeah, come fight me. You want to do a weapon like a sword like Dustin? Sure, let's do it. I don't give a shit. We're not going to do like a gun duel.
Yeah, no gun violence, no AR-15s. But is there anyone in particular that comes to mind when I say this about sanctioned or unsanctioned fighting? Who were you talking to talking about fighting them? Were they talking shit to you? What happened?
I think it was Tito 312 on Reddit. Recently, he's been spurging out because he's a pedophile and he's real angry that Dick is alive, I guess. And then he switched over to Twitter because everybody had him blocked on Reddit. So he swings over to Twitter and starts fucking his spurg out. I just hate Dax and I just hate Madcucks, but I don't like Maddox at all. And then you go to his follows and he's following like 12 people, one of which is Maddox. So clearly he's full of shit. And so he's spurging out on me, and I said, you know where the fuck I live. Come down here and fight me. And then if you win, you can shut the fuck up. If you lose, you can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you put out the offer. That'd be an interesting fight. It sounds like it's Clegg to me. Do you think it's Clegg, or who do you think it is? Do you think it's one of Maddox's friends? What's the deal?
There's a good possibility that it's Clegg. There was someone else that was posting a few weeks ago who I thought was Clegg. I don't know if Tito is Clegg. I blocked Tito. Here's another example of me blocking people. I blocked Tito on Reddit, I guess months and months and months ago, because people were talking about him suddenly, and I hadn't seen a single comment from him. And then I saw this thread on Reddit that had like 40 comments, and when I opened it, I could only see 4. So I opened an incognito window, and I was like, oh, I guess I blocked that guy. Oh, that made me a lot happier not having to listen to his bullshit.
Well, you accused him of being a pedophile, which is why I thought about Clegg. Why is Tito 312 a pedophile? By the way, 312 is the area code here in Chicago, so maybe that's where he's hanging out at. But
maybe so. He's a pedophile because other people have dug into his post history, and he posts on like our pedophiles or something like that, and talks about being child attracted and whatever the churched up language is for pedophilia now.
It's funny when you see all these people that go against Dick and try to defend Maddox. They all have some real serious issues like pedophilia and just being total weirdos.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody that slings shit in this direction seems to be like have some real dark shit in their closets. Wesley P.S. was getting pegged by his girlfriend until she left him. Clegg's a minor attracted. Tito's a pedophile. And then you come over to this other side, and it's just like a bunch of normal people. Denzel, just a normal fucking guy. Me, just a normal guy. I'm sure you're just a normal guy who goes to work Monday through Friday, does a bunch of extra bullshit, comes home, just wants to watch some fucking TV and be left alone. And then meanwhile, on the other side of this, these people get into these internet slap fights that have, all kinds of, like, create a new Reddit account, man. Just create a new Reddit account to tell us how much you hate Dick. And then then at least it'd be hard to track you down and say, oh, look at this guy fucking posting on our pedophiles over here. But you're in our pedophiles. You're like, yeah, I think I'm going to sling some shit at the dickheads today. Let me just go over there now. Like, oh, your last post was talking about how you wanted to fuck a little boy. And now you're telling us that Dick lies with zero evidence. Way to go. Way to go, dude.
It's difficult to fight back against some of these people because there's no way they have jobs. There's no way that they live healthy lives, and they're sitting on their computer. I mean, it's so cliche to say it, but they're sitting on their computer all day and just, getting in internet slap fights. And speaking of internet slap fights, I'm going to make a major pivot and ask you about the Lil suit. When you found out that Maddox, the CEO of Madcast Media, was going to sue you for $20 million, what was your initial reaction to that news? I'm sure you had to be somewhat nervous.
I know. I just laughed. I thought it was really funny. I laughed, and then I sent a text message to Dick, and I said, hey, I guess I'm getting sued or something along those lines. Uh, it was pretty. Such a big number that I couldn't even fathom that amount of money. You know, if he had sued me for $1,000, that I could worry about because it's like, oh yeah, I could $1,000. That would really suck. But
It's
$20 million, it's like, it's like that. In my mind, they say $20 million, and I picture that giant stack of money the Joker sets on fire in The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
and I just go, yeah, I'll never even be in a room with that much fake dollars.
I mean, what about affording like representation? And you weren't worried about the incurring costs of getting an attorney and trying to defend yourself across state lines?
Oh no, I was going to represent myself. How hard can it be to join the bar in New York? I mean, if Landau can do it, surely anybody can do it.
I agree about Landau, and that's kind of encouraged me almost to do more with my life because although you do need to be in law school for 2 years to take the bar, I think, but I'm not Nicky Rackett, so I'm not going to go out there and say that. But are you serious? Were you really going to represent yourself?
Oh, I have no idea. I had no plans. It was almost Madcucksian how little I had prepared if I actually got served.
Well, yeah, he didn't prepare much either because they never got to you. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. The dupe that you pulled about road rage and not getting served. Whose idea was that? Was that your idea, Dick's idea?
Oh yeah, that was my idea because I expected fully to be served in Chicago because that was the one time they'd know where I was and when I was going to be there. Because they don't know where I live because I stopped. After they found my address last time, I moved to a place where I can pay cash for my rent, and I am up away from anything, and I can't re-register to vote because when you register to vote, your home address is put into a public system. So I just can't vote anymore. Like this is one of the things that becoming even a small time celebrity, really really fucking sucks. Like, oh, here's your, everybody's fucking constantly spamming. You got to vote. You got to vote. It's the most important thing in the world. And I was an active voter, and now I just can't fucking vote anymore because I can't risk it.
I'm going to say I love your approach to privacy and having nobody anywhere, these corporations or Jesse, knowing anything about where you are, who you are. It's pretty cool stuff. Let me guess, you use Firefox and DuckDuckGo and all that stuff?
No, I use Chrome. I've tried other services, and they just fucking suck. And I hate using Google. I mean, Google is right up there with these corporations like Google and Facebook. They'll do anything. They'll cut throat and kill one another in order to become the top. And then once they get their power, then now it's their responsibility to level the playing field, and not level the playing field so it's even for everybody, but level the playing field below them so no one can ever reach their heights ever again, so that they can keep their power and fix the evil that was available to them to fuck everyone else. And now they could atone for those sins by protecting us from ourselves and protecting themselves from getting countered ever again.
Yeah, but instead they are overran by all sorts of feminists and whack jobs, and they're taking their power to the point where we are going to have to move to Pornhub to put our content up. That's how bad it's gotten with Google.
Yeah, I'm think the next episode of Madcucks tonight, I'm gonna upload to Pornhub instead of YouTube.
Yeah, I want to know how that goes. I want to know if the monetizing on there is all good, if they're going to let you keep your content up and all that sort of thing. I might even do it too. So,
yeah, I'm real hesitant about creating a Pornhub account because, everybody's used it, and you see then like there'll be comments on videos and shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You have a Pornhub account, man. And now this is what the world's pushed us to.
well, you're going to have friends of yours, and who knows who's going to be on that website, and then they're going to be looking for what, and then they're going to see your face and you hosting a podcast. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Why is this guy? Why is this based on Pornhub? That's the only issue I have with it.
Yeah, they're going to be searching for cuckold porn. And they're going to be like, oh, man, this guy looks like he's going to get the shit cucked out of him. And then it's just going to be a bunch of stupid news articles. And they're going to be sitting there with their dick in their hand, looking at my dumb face and a tower of crayons, and then just be like, you know what? I think this guy really has something to say.
I'm kind of interested to know what was when you found out about the lawsuit. What was Dick's reaction? What was your interaction with him at that point? I mean, because he mentioned on the podcast he felt bad about it. What was it like just having to talk to? I'm sure it was just really awkward and strange having to talk to him about getting served and the money and everything like that.
No, Dick is the other side says makes these accusations about Dick being a liar, and they want to say that he's cheated on 80s girl and he's a scumbag or a racist or this or that. And Dick is honestly one of the nicest, most genuine people that I think I've ever met. Like 100% upstanding, good guy. So when it happened, I mean, he almost immediately was like, "Yeah, I'm taking care of you. Don't worry about it. This is bullshit." And really kind of set my mind at ease. And obviously, there was definitely a level of stress, an undercurrent of stress because of it. But I don't think the friendship that Dick and I have kind of created changed at all because of the lawsuit. Some people have suggested that Maddox named me so that I would hate Dick for getting me involved. I think that Maddox added me to try and scare me into silence. But
I think it's both of those things. I think it's both.
But well, it totally backfired on him because I'm not going to shut up. I don't like being bullied, and I'd say that Dick and I's relationship has never been stronger. He sends me love songs every weekend. It's great.
So you've hung out with those guys a couple times at Road Rage and stuff like that. When you're with them, do you guys just get super hammered? How does that usually turn out?
No, we mostly only drink with the fans. We do a little bit of drinking in the house or wherever we are, but typically the drinking's for the fans, and it's mostly just kind of hanging out and shooting the shit. The way, think about your couple oldest guy friends and the way you just hang out and talk about all the fuck stuff that's going on in your life, or the annoying person at work, or the funny thing that happened this week, and that's backstage at the Road Rages, pretty much. Except we also have some really hot chicks with us.
Yeah, I made a post a long time in the Facebook group talking about that, like the Dick Show. It's crazy. Like there's some beautiful women on this podcast, and it's like it's just funny considering like what the hell we talk about and stuff, and like who Dick Masterson, why he has a name, and then all these hot chicks are on a show. It's perfect. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Madcucks, it's all I got for you. Thanks again for taking the time to talk this out with me. And the last question I have is just tell us a little bit about what you have in store for the Madcucks character and your own personal projects going forward.
I kind of play Madcucks by ear. He's like he's a watchful guardian, a silent protector. He's there when you need him. He's the cuck that you deserve, but not the cuck that you need right now, or whatever the opposite of that is. And then on top of that, I do the weekly Here's What I Don't Get podcast as myself with one of my oldest friends, Tim the Handlebreaker, and we just, for basically an hour a week, we talk about stuff that just we don't get, that doesn't work, like the pre-sleep self-cringe marathon. When you get in bed and you're lying there trying to fall asleep, and then all of a sudden every stupid thing you've ever done or said in your entire life comes flashing through your mind.
Yeah,
and you just sit there.
Yep.
And why does our brain do that? We can't even understand it. So we just talk about why we don't get it. We talk about things like interview questions. When you go in for an interview and they ask you, "Hey, what's your biggest weakness?" Well, my biggest weakness is that if 100 pounds drops on me from a great enough height, it will kill me. What the fuck do you mean? What's my greatest weakness? Why do we pretend to ask these questions? Like, I gave you a resume. I need money. You need someone to work for you. Just take a fucking stab at it and see if it works out. If not, you can fire me in a week.
The charade we go through just to get hired somewhere. I completely agree with you. Now, you have a voicemail for your show. I would maybe suggest, if you have a voicemail, would you like maybe some of the dickheads from Facebook, if they have any differences or issues with you, maybe they can call in and you guys can settle that out. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Here's What I Don't Get voicemail is 704-750-9434. You can call us and tell us what you don't get, or you can join our Discord. If you go to the hwidg.com, there's the word Discord is in bold, and if you click it, you'll join our Discord, and we have a channel called Voicemail Upload, where if you don't want to dox your phone number for some reason, you can just upload an MP3 directly, and I play every voicemail that we get on the show. We got someone else was criticizing us because we don't play this guy Andy's voicemails anymore. And so he calls into the show and they said that I don't play his voicemails anymore because he criticizes me, but that's not true. I don't play his voicemails anymore because they're unintelligible noise.
What is he? What is he, drunk or something?
It's like he's drunk and has a speech impediment and his head out a window driving at 90 miles an hour on the highway.
You got to trust me. These are the best people. Those are the people you want to talk to.
Well, so what we do, because we can't understand a word he's saying, it'll be 45 seconds of stunned silence, and then we read the Google Voice translation, and normally we can kind of decipher based on that what he was trying to tell us, that we fucked up this week. But it saves everybody's ears from the confusion. I once spent 30 minutes trying to clean up the audio of his phone call, and even then, it took us a while to sit and decipher. It was like trying to figure out the Da Vinci's Code.
This has been the Dick Show Facebook Room News for the last couple days. Madcucks, thank you.
Thank you.